Hey everyone, Brian here from Dame. Happy 4th of July. Let's hop into the summary video for our latest issue. All right, the technicals. These guys, when they're hot, they're hot. When they're not, they're not. And right now, really anything is possible, 20,000 down to 10K. There's been a lot of negative news lately. We got to kind of sort through that. And there's probably a couple more things to shake out. One thing that could be out there is this wallet here associated with Celsius. Has a liquidation value of 13,613 bucks. That can change. They might do something with collateral. Hopefully we get some good news out of their camp sometime soon. But basically, when there's max pain, there's max opportunity. The negative stuff is going to end at some point and a new positive story will emerge. We don't know what that is at this point, but stick with us. The end of Q3, we'll be putting out some stuff speculating on what these new narratives could be for the future. Okay, so next I want to talk about this chart. This has been created by Mike and Drew. They've been following the stablecoin market. Okay, so in 2020, stablecoins, the value was 7 billion. That number now, 147 billion. It's a big number. So what's going on? Are they really risk off? No, we don't think so, because if they really were risk off and they didn't believe in the space and stablecoins and crypto assets and the potential for higher values later, they go back to their TradFi, back to their bank in their native currency. But that's not what they did. They're here, they're in stablecoins. And the space is just prime for this liquidity to be put to work. But I think what also matters with these guys is speed. They understand that being in the crypto market is faster than coming from TradFi into the crypto market. All right, so let's explain a little further. Usually downside wicks and activities happen on low liquidity over the weekend. If they want to take that as an opportunity, they're already in the market, they can deploy, they can acquire over the weekend. But an investor in TradFi will now need to wait until Monday. Maybe they're at Wells Fargo, they might have to go to the branch, they're gonna have to initiate the wire, and that might not clear until Tuesday, might not be trading until Tuesday afternoon, and that opportunity has missed. Okay, next. We're gonna talk about Bitcoin price cycles. So now that Bitcoin has gotten a little bit older, we can look at major cycles. So cycle 1, peak to trough, took 405 days. Cycle 2, peak to trough, took 363 days. We don't know if we've hit the trough yet in cycle 3. That could be upcoming, but kind of looking at the average of these durations, we feel that maybe we're halfway through that. So that's not something to wait around for it to happen, though. There's a lot more institutional players in this space, sophisticated investors that understand being invested instead of missing it is much more important. Okay, so there's another thing to look at is what could happen when we change to the bull cycle. Well, let's take a look at the recent low to peak. So from March of 2020 for the S&P 500, NASDAQ, and Bitcoin, low to peak. So the return for the S&P 500 was 114%, NASDAQ was 134%, Bitcoin, big number here, 1,259% from that March low to the peak. So what we think will happen is when the cycle changes to be a bull market, that Bitcoin's going to move first, and it's going to move much more aggressively than other liquid assets. All right, lastly, we included in the letter a link to the third biggest Bitcoin wallet that's out there. So give a click on that. I suggest you scroll down to the bottom and roll up and kind of see what pattern of activity that you noticed. Something that stood out to me was the accumulation of 1,100 units for 64,190. That was almost buying the top there, and that's a good chunk of Bitcoin. Scroll up some more and you can see what they've been up to lately. Feel free to shoot us an email of what you decipher from this and maybe even who you think this wallet belongs to. All right, everybody, have a great long weekend. Let us know if we can help you. Thanks.